There's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98, or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98, or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98, or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98, or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98, or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. Or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. Or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your...
All right, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice. Glad you're in on a Monday night. Lots to do. Hope you had a great weekend, everybody. Welcome on in. Rick Delgado sitting right there. He's going to do the news. Paul Nolan sitting right here to my left. He's got some thoughts and some news as well. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Our good friend Mr. Slick Rick will be here to do sports, I believe, tonight. The return of the Slickster to live from Studio 6B tonight as well. Mr. Nolan, how are you?
I'm well.
How was your weekend?
That was nice.
I saw you on the weekend.
That's right.
That was nice.
We got to watch a little Army-Navy together?
Yes, we did. We watched a little Army-Navy together. Oh, wait. Those people? No. I almost put you back in my trunk this weekend. Don't let people think we're actually friends, Paul.
I had the perfect weekend.
Yeah.
It was just one of those really nice family-oriented weekends, and it's just a lot of time to relax. Got to see Mom. She's not, she's getting up there, so really nice weekend. Very relaxing.
All right, very good. Mr. Delgado, how are you?
I'm good.
Always hold your breath when I ask. It's just never as straightforward.
Well, it's never a straightforward weekend or what have you. There's always something going on.
Well, what was going on this weekend?
Well, unfortunately, Harrison had another seizure.
Oh, no.
He did?
Sugar.
Yeah, so we got him on medication now. The vet got him on some medication. So we're hoping by the end of the week those will stop. I mean, it's only been 2, but that's too many.
Yeah.
So.
Someone in the chat said, I think I read someone made a comment or sent an email saying sometimes once one happens,
yeah,
they might get another one. So you did.
What medication did they give him?
I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is I paid for it and I said okay.
Is it like forever? Is it like hoping for a
probably,
window?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be forever?
Probably.
My wife was a vet tech, and she does all kinds of animal rehabilitation. Text me the medication that you're...
all right.
I'll
do it when I get home.
Yep.
So how's he doing?
Other than that, he was great. I left work early to make sure I got home today because the kids had their finals at Stony Brook, so they had to go do their finals. So I was making sure we sat together, we hung out. He had a lot of treats, and we cuddled. It was a nice afternoon. Plus, we watched. You know what's a good show? I don't know if you, because I know you're a Netflix fan there, Damon.
I am not a Netflix fan at all. Although I will be interested in seeing when they take over the WWE what they do.
Okay.
I will be watching for WWE.
Well, you mentioned Suits, and that's where it is. So I figured you're a Netflix fan.
Suits was on Netflix?
Yeah, that's where I watch it.
I'm a Suits fan, but I'm not a Netflix fan, but yes.
What have you. Whatever. I found another show. I binged it all today. 6 episodes. Banged it out. Nice.
A show on Netflix that you like?
Yeah.
And what's it called?
I can't remember the title.
It's called I Can't Remember the Title?
Let me look.
Or you actually can't remember the title.
No, I literally can't remember the title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not, most of Netflix, I don't know.
Did you see the John Benet Ramsey?
No.
That was pretty.
I don't watch a lot of Netflix, but for some reason this thing caught my attention.
I keep threatening to cancel it because I can't stand their politics. So I got it down to one person using it. So
most of the material is unwatchable. Although I will say, the Vince McMahon thing they did
it's good.
Looks like it's really good. I have not watched that yet.
Okay, so the name of the show is called Black Doves.
Yeah,
6 episodes.
Not at gunpoint. Could you make me watch that?
Keira Knightley's in it.
Not a chance.
Well,
Big
now
fan.
I'm interested.
Who?
Big fan of the Keira Knightley.
I don't know who that is.
You would if you saw it. And I also saw a movie they put on there called Carry On. Have you seen this?
No.
That's actually a pretty good movie.
But Vin Buda has a big problem with Carry On when you get on a plane, because if you're sitting in your seats, like say, you're like in 4A, and you get to 4A and you look up, that's supposed to be your space above you.
Is it?
And you look up and there's already somebody there, there's, bag there, and you go, whose bag is this? And it's the guy in 15C. It's like, no. Take your stuff back to 15C. I'm in 4A. I want this is the Carry On. This is my space.
No, I'm the guy.
All right, so anyways, your show's called Carry On?
Yeah, it's called Carry On.
Is it about that?
It is about a carry-on bag, yes, that has ramifications for world problems. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting movie. You should check it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will definitely not be, so I could tell you that now. So
whatever.
Maybe Paul will, and he'll report back. Probably not. All right, very good. So let's start with really something that also could be a movie. Maybe it will be someday. And that is John Kirby's performance in trying to get by with what he continues to try to get by with. And I watched Mr. Kirby tonight.
He did it again?
With Brett Baer.
I'm so happy I haven't seen it.
He was on Brett Baer. And I mean, it just... listen. Everybody knows more about almost all of this stuff than me. But... I mean, it just defies, even for the most basic thinking person like myself, all logic that Kirby is trying to get by with, and that they're trying to get by with here. I mean, it's just, I've lived on Long Island since 1990 when I came here to go to Hofstra. I've lived in my current house for about 11 years. I go outside a lot, especially in the summer. I walk the dog. I know the neighborhood. I know what things look like. I know what things feel like. We all have we all know our surroundings. We know where we live. We know what it smells like, what it looks like. When we look up in the air, we know what it looks like at night. We know what the sounds are. We know you get accustomed to. John Kirby is trying to get by with people in New Jersey who have lived their whole life there. Who have never looked up in the sky and saw anything maybe a plane, a star, the Milky Way, who knows what, are supposed to believe that there was just a buy one, get 7 free sale on 6-foot flying refrigerator-sized drones, and they're all going up now for the last month all together, and that there's nothing here to talk about. It's totally normal. It's just some manned, some unmanned, totally legal, nothing to see here. I mean, literally, this is like Naked Gun, nothing to see here moment that he's trying to get by with. It's all, in our estimation, he says, it's all consumer grade level drones, all registered with the FAA, all fine, no problem here. And Brett's going, well, there was a report of 50 of them coming in off the ocean together, like in a group. No,
Did you see Mayorkas today? I sent you a clip.
It is so mind-bendingly insane that we're supposed to believe that all these people who have been outside their house for 20, 30, 40, 10, 15, whatever years they've been there, have never seen this, have never seen this many. We've never seen videos where you got 3 of them in one shot on an iPhone. We're just supposed to think all of a sudden this is all just people flying their drones.
And it's
nothing.
Right. It's all totally normal. It's what you would see every day. It's just nobody's ever looked up before. That's what he's trying to get away with, right?
If the gaslighting doesn't stop.
I don't know what he's trying to get away with. It defies even the most basic of common sense that this is just happens to be what it happens to be. That we're just all living through this period and everybody has decided to go buy a 6-foot wide drone, and we're all going to fly them for the last month all together in the same area up and down the East Coast, and nobody should think anything about it.
Right. I'm going to get my $2,000 drone. I'm going to play bumper cars up in the middle of the air with it.
Meanwhile, how long have you lived here? 40 years? Have you ever seen anything like this? No.
Of course not.
It's crazy, that interview tonight he gave. Brett, there's nothing here. We have assessed it. We've put more resources to it. We've done the work. We've looked into it. And our assessment at this point is that this is just commercial people, regular people flying drones, some manned, some unmanned, no threat, no problem. There's 1 million drones registered with the FAA. And all of you just need to get over it because there's just nothing here to talk about, is essentially the argument that Kirby expects you to believe.
You know, while he's on Brett Baer, I was like, he treats us so stupid. He said, now go buy your Prevagen /Kirby for promo code and get 10% off. Like he's like, they use these spots just to promote themselves. And they give us nothing. And they expect us to believe it still. I can't believe we're still watching this. If you see Mayorkas, what he said today, it was absolutely hysterical. I sent you the clip, but he essentially said that you can get these in any normal bodega or
bodega.
Yeah, you can get any little mom and pop shop. You can get an 8-foot drone.
I mean, that
it's right next to the Fix-A-Flat. What do you mean, like?
Yeah, what's insane is that they claim, well, we don't know who's running these things. We don't know where they come from. We don't know any of this stuff. But in the next breath, they go, but don't worry because they're totally harmless. They're not ours. They're not a foreign powers. They're nobody's. Maybe they don't really exist. They're trying. I think he's trying to do the old, these are not the drones you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, being in the production business, as we are, and Fran can attest to this as well, I've owned many drones for shooting real estate, shooting houses. I've owned DJI drones. I've owned all kinds of... None of them have even remotely been close to the size, scope, look of these that I'm seeing on film.
They look military grade.
To think that normal people are finding a place to buy something that looks like that, and we're supposed to believe that just all of a sudden, all of New Jersey got the wind to like, oh, they're giving away these free, like everybody's got one. And we should think nothing of it. And that's what he says. Our assessment is that this is lawful, legal, commercial, hobbyist, and even law enforcement aircraft activity. Some of it's manned, some of it's unmanned.
Oh,
wait,
boy.
Manned?
I mean, like
drones can't be manned.
Well, like they're called basically like small.
That's an airplane or a helicopter.
Small like manned, like
So that's not a drone.
A small winged aircraft.
Right. So what is he talking about?
Well, don't worry about it, Delgado. There's nothing to see here. This is just, it doesn't matter that there's happens to be hundreds of them all of a sudden in this. Like, could you imagine walking out in your backyard and seeing, like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 clearly oversized of these things and not thinking something was, and now seeing them for a month. And you've got your government telling you, this is all legal, commercial, some maybe police, all activity, no threats, no nothing.
Or better yet,
and you're thinking, I've lived here 40 years. It's never happened. How is it happening in 30 days? Everybody just came out to play all at the same time?
Yeah, imagine walking out to your backyard in the middle of the summer and there's a bunch of people in your pool. You're like, I don't know any of these people.
Well, don't don't worry.
It's like, don't worry, they're not really here. They're your neighbors. You've known them all your life, believe it or not. You just don't recognize
I was
them
watching it in here at the studio, and I'm doing this. I'm screaming at the TV. This guy expects that this is what we believe. I mean, just the bewilderment as I'm watching him try to get by with this.
They just treat us like we're so stupid. It just doesn't stop. It's too funny.
And remember, that used to work. It don't work anymore.
It still works with some people.
Some people, yes, but most people, it doesn't work anymore.
Wild, man. Absolutely wild. All right, 13 past the hour, just getting started live from Studio 6B on a Monday. Glad you're in. If you're in the chat, hang on.
He's so full of shit.
I mean, it's just how they think that people play this a little bit, Aaron. We'll do it during the chat.
A lot of concern, a lot of coverage. Where are you tonight on this?
As we look at the information we've got, Brett, and we've now examined some 5,000 different sightings, we've added detection capabilities, additional observers. As you and I stand here today, to date, our assessment is that this is lawful, legal, commercial, hobbyist, and even law enforcement aircraft activity. Some of it's manned, some of it's unmanned. We absolutely acknowledge that a lot of these are probably drones, but they're flying legally, and it is legal to fly drones in non-restricted airspace as long as you're registered with the FAA. And there's thousands and thousands of these kinds of flights every single day. I think there's more than 1 million drones that are registered with the FAA just in the United States alone.
You hear all of these officials.
I mean, that is just it.
Oh my!
It takes
goodness.
no consideration of the person, like the personal part of it, of the people living there. Like they've lived there their whole life, John. They have never walked out in their backyard for all of these years and seen this kind of activity. No one has seen this. We've never talked about this. No one has ever reported on these kind of this many.
No.
And to totally disregard the human element of this thing and just to say, well, we've assessed it just happens to be that this is all just happening right now is a crazy pitch, man. That is a crazy pitch. That is a ballsy pitch to try to get by with.
You just wonder when they're in like the meeting room. All right, you want me to really sell this? Come on, guys, I can't sell this. You know they're talking about it. Where they like,
Yeah, you know they are.
You want me just to tell them that it's just all fine?
Or they're like,
That this is just happens to be?
You want me to tell them what?
Paul, can you pull some slack on your audio cable there? I think Harry must have cleaned it up today.
Oh, that's pulling it over.
It's definitely, yeah, he did something.
What if I put it under?
All right. It's good like that. All right, live from Studio 6B, 17 past the hour on a Monday night. Glad you're in. Getting a brand new week started. Delgado's here. He's going to do some news. Paul Nolan's here. Aaron Fran holding it down. I believe our friend Slick Rick will join us at some point tonight to say hello and get back into the swing of things. We'll talk to Slick when he gets here. We'll do some news. Delgado, I
Yes.
thought of you today as I was looking at the news.
And?
Your CNN prisoner story.
Oh, yeah, the prisoner story, man. That's starting to come out. Huh?
Did you see the follow-up? Did
Wait
you see the
that was my
follow-up?
story. Come on, give credit where it's due.
Wait, it was your story?
Yeah, I brought that thing. You guys didn't see it till I brought it here that night. Come on, I broke a story. Remember we had Vin here?
I thought you you brought the videos and said it looked fake to you.
No, I brought it with Vin. That was my first story I wanted to do for Slick Rick Sports.
Okay, the story that both of you brought.
You guys, you scammer.
On CNN, freed prisoner who said he was a victim of the Assad regime was an intelligence officer.
Yes.
Locals say. Have you seen this?
Yes.
And a killer.
Yeah.
He tortured dozens or hundreds of people in some reports.
What a surprise. CNN doing fake news? No.
And the girl, the reporter, the dramatic and action. The dramatic reporter in the thing, Clarissa Ward.
Yep.
She actually tweeted out today, "We can confirm the real identity of the man from our story last Wednesday as Salama Mohammed Salama."
Say that again.
So she actually tweeted it today.
Yeah.
Man who was filmed by CNN being released by rebels from a Damascus jail was a former intelligence officer with the deposed Syrian regime, according to the local residents, not an ordinary citizen who had been in prison as he had claimed.
That's great.
Well, as he claimed, or whether they claimed and tried to make you fall for it. CNN initially found the man while pursuing leads on the missing U.S. journalist Austin Tice in a video report. Chief international correspondent Clarissa Ward and her team, accompanied by a rebel guard, came across a cell in a Damascus jail that was padlocked from the outside. The guard blew off the lock with a gun.
And he snoozed peacefully.
The guy was still sleeping.
The man never woke up. And the man was found alone inside the cell under a blanket.
Sucking his thumb.
Oh, look at this. It's not moving.
The guy gained 8 pounds since he was there. The guy came out obese.
The guy came out perfectly ironed shirt.
Yes, he was clean
His beard
shaven.
was perfectly groomed.
When he emerged into the open air, the man appeared bewildered. Questioned by the rebel fighter who freed him, the man identified himself as Adel Gurabul from the central Syrian city of I don't know how you pronounce that. Is it Homs?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think
Whatever.
nobody cares.
Who cares? He claimed that he had been kept in a cell for 3 months. More like 3 minutes. Action. Adding that it was the third prison where he had been confined. The man also said that he was not aware the Assad regime had fallen. Oh, sure. Yeah. He was being held in the jail that had been run by Syrian Air Force's intelligence services. An image obtained by CNN on Monday now points to the man's real identity, said to be a lieutenant in the Assad regime's Air Force intelligence, Salama Mohammed Salama.
That's easy for you to say.
Yes. So I did see that, and I immediately thought of both of you today.
Yeah, okay.
in that it was, if it wasn't as obvious,
Right.
just watching it, that I'm not sure I'm sold on this.
I think I also saw a clip, and I'm pretty sure it was attached to this one because I was reading about this story on X, and I found like I guess a Syrian or some Middle East reporter asking a kid about this guy, like, "Oh, I have not seen my father in 14 years. How old are you, son?" 10. I'm like. They just stopped the video. I was like, wait, what?
Cut. Do it again.
You remember that big propaganda piece a while back where they had the Libyan kid, I believe it was, covered in dirt and blood and dust?
Oh, yeah.
And the father holding, and that was Pulitzer Prize winning. That was a staged event. There's a video of them dusting the kid up, putting fake blood on him. It's crazy what the media will do just to sell their murder machine.
Yeah. It's insane.
All right, let's do some news. And here with that, brought to you by Freedom Force Nutrition, available live from Studio6B.com on the homepage there. Great supplements, is Rick Delgado. What's going on, Delgado?
All right. Well, this one coming out of John Solomon's Just the News. I know you guys talked about the Army-Navy game over the weekend. And just before that, Tom Cotton is calling to investigate West Point for reports that it lied to the press. And I know we kind of touched on this story a little bit last week. West Point said the discrepancy in Pete Hegseth's relationship with the school was because of an administration error. but that a further review confirmed that he was accepted at West Point in 1999, but decided not to attend the university. Republican Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton called for the military academy at West Point to conduct an internal investigation into allegations it repeatedly lied to a member of the press about Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth. A reporter from ProPublica claimed that an official at the school told them on the record twice that Hegseth was never accepted into the military academy, and that he lied about his relationship with the school. Hegseth claimed that he was accepted at the school but did not attend, which the academy has since confirmed. ProPublica decided not to run the story after they got busted, and a photo of his acceptance letter was posted, but conservatives, including Cotton, have questioned why a left-leaning publication did not do a report on the mistakes that the school made. Officials at the U.S. Military Academy should not be feeding lies to left-wing reporters about President Trump's nominees, according to Cotton. West Point needs a thorough investigation to this egregiously bad judgment and potential violation of the Privacy Act immediately. So they want some answers, and J.D. Vance was also very vocal talking about this as well.
President Trump gave a press conference today, and he spoke about Pete Hegseth, in which was a great press conference.
Very presidential.
Man, very presidential. Again, the same qualities we've been talking about. Boy, just the demeanor and everything. Do we have that, Aaron? The Pete Hegseth? I don't see it pulled up. Okay, we do. All right, let's roll that.
Since senators who oppose your nominees, your cabinet nominees, should they be primary?
If they are unreasonable, I'll give you a different answer, an answer that you'll be shocked to hear. If they're unreasonable, if they're opposing somebody for political reasons or stupid reasons, I would say has nothing to do with me. I would say they probably would be primaried. But if they're reasonable, fair, and really disagree with something or somebody, I could see that happening. But I do believe that if they're I think we have great people. I think we have a great group of people. Pam has been unbelievably received. You take a look, Pam Bondi. So many have been just unbelievably received. I think Pete Hegseth is making tremendous strides over the last week. He's going to be great. Look, he went to Princeton, he went to Harvard, he was a great student there, but he really was, from the first day I met him, all he wanted to talk about was military. He's just a military guy. I think it's a natural. This was my idea. And you know, Pete Hegseth gave up a lot because he was going big places in Fox, big places, a lot of money, and he didn't even hesitate. When I said, do you want to do this? He said, absolutely. I said, you know, if it doesn't work out, you'll never have the opportunity that you have right now in terms of the world of entertainment or business, whatever you want to call it. You'll never have that opportunity again. In fact, it could be just the opposite because it's nasty out there. He said, I don't care, I have to do it for my country. He gave up a tremendous amount. If this didn't work, it would be a tragedy. Because, but that's what he loves. He loves the military. I never talked to him about anything else. He'd talk about the military. He'd come to see me about a soldier that was unfairly treated, and could I help? That's the only thing I virtually ever talked to him about. And I always remembered it. I've seen him many times, and I don't think I've ever had a subject on anything other than military with him. That's where his love is. And he didn't say, well, I'd like to think about it. I'd like to talk to my family. He said, not even a contest. And you know, he was going through the roof over there. He was doing great. They have the #1 show that Saturday and Sunday with Will and Rachel. That was great chemistry. And if this didn't work out for him, it would be actually sort of tragic.
More from the president's press conference when we get back.
Welcome back.
Back in action. Mr. Nolan, what's up?
You look great.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, looks great.
Chat. What's going on, chat?
Good.
Live in the chat.
Yeah, you know.
Welcome on in.
You know how it is. Easy. How you do?
My mom,
She's still hurting, right?
yeah, you know, she had bad one bad stroke and one little stroke less than a month. She barely moves. It stinks.
Yeah.
Oh, she's 87 birthday.
Sweet Potato on X, what's going on? Damon, we got zapped. I don't know what that means. We got zapped? Are we not on someplace?
I don't know.
So you guys don't remember my first sports story was that conspiracy theory story? That was like the gag I ran that night with me and Vin were over there. That's the first story I did for sports that night.
Wasn't that the night after Delgado did the video, though?
No, because you guys had never seen it. He said he had never seen it. I thought you guys would. I have actual source documentation here.
Got a win yesterday, huh?
This would be a good gag. Me doing this.
That was nice.
No, I remember that. I remember that.
Good win. I saw it.
Yeah, I thought we did it the day before.
I think we did it the day before because I thought that when you sent me that text.
No, you guys said you had never saw it that night. That's why I thought it was fun that we were. I was actually nervous.
I'd have to go back and watch the show, but I don't remember.
It really doesn't matter. But I was nervous because it was my first time with Vin, and I was afraid. It was my first time doing. Oh, that's right. I did the sports because Vin was in, and I did Rick's sports spot. I was like nervous. The gag wasn't really going to work the right way. So, like making sports about a conspiracy theory. And this Mayorkas thing is just icing on the cake. Him saying you can buy it at a convenience store. An 8-foot drone at a convenience store.
It's just crazy. Like you can go into.
Am I getting a ham and cheese?
Into CVS. Yeah, I need some aspirin, and let me take a drone right there.
No, give me the 6-foot one.
Yeah. No, the 6x6 one.
Could you see the size
with 12 propellers?
It's unbelievable. I mean, that's
go try to find something that looks like that available
How
for
hard
you
is
to
that
buy.
thing to control?
And 200D batteries, so I could fly the friggin' thing.
I mean, and now these things are like bolting out other. Do you see some of the stories? The online sleuths talking about, it's they're
looking
searching
for a dirty bomb and all this other nonsense.
More like fear porn.
All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday. Real America's Voice. Glad you're in. Slick Rick back in the house. He's going to do sports here in a second. Rick Delgado's going to do the news. Paulie Nolan sitting in. Aaron and Fran holding it down. As always, glad you're in. Lots to do. We'll get to some more talk on this ridiculous proposition on drones that they're trying to get by with. Slickster. Welcome back, brother. How are you?
Good to be back in the saddle again, Big D.
You looking good? Slick as always?
Yep.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's not easy, let me tell you. And a lot of folks have been through it, and I almost feel guilty saying how tough it is for me because so many of us have gone through that, if not all of us have gone through that, and even around this time of year, but there's no time of year that's good to lose a parent. But we're getting back to normal, Big D. Really am. Thank you.
Well, you have a lovely family. And me and Paul and Harry and everybody were obviously wish we saw them under better circumstances, but
I appreciate it, guys.
It was lovely. The audience is excited to see you. You know the outpouring that we've seen all last week for you. So we're glad you're back. I said on when was I saw you? I saw you on Thursday night.
Yes.
And I came in after I left you, and I said, I thought you were in great spirits on Thursday night. And you said that Thursday afternoon had been maybe a little tougher, kind of broke the ice.
Right.
Kind of prepared you to be a little better spirits on Thursday night, which you were.
I did. I had to eulogize my father. I did two different, I know you guys had to leave. I didn't have the opportunity to hear his story, which was incredible. I mean, just incredible. I don't even know how to put it in words now, but I did that. So I got through the first one. It was a little tougher, in the morning, but at night it was, again, big turnouts both nights, and it was so great to see you guys and see familiar faces, my extended LFS 6B family, you guys, of course, and, but putting that into words was something else. So the night was believe it or not, was a little bit easier to get through things. Yeah. And then, of course, the burial on Friday was difficult, but, we gave that a great ceremony, sent them out in style. My father was a man of few words, and the joke was, well, how do you end up with a son like me? That's another story. But,
saved them all for you.
I got a few people that requested after the fact they want to book me for their eulogy. No kidding. God's honest truth. I had about 5 people come up and say, "Can I book you? I don't know what the date's going to be." I said, "I'll check my calendar. Let me know."
I don't know what the date's going to be.
I said, "I'm not really sure, but if I can get you to do my eulogy, I'd appreciate that." So
you christen his kid for $7,000. You christen his kid.
Exactly. You got it right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I mean, not to diminish this down to the other things I noticed, but I will say you looked quite spectacular in that suit.
Fully bedazzled.
That is a suit that I bought about a month ago, and God's honest truth, I said to myself, I could probably wear this for a funeral because, it's black, but it's got a little bit of zing to it, so people would expect it. They'd tolerate me. It's not too over the top. Never knowing that would be for my father's funeral. I just can't believe it for his wake. Thank you, Big D. It was a great room. My wife spoke beautifully about her father. She read a poem for my mother, who never would have gotten through it. I should say her father-in-law. And then my sister did a great job. Everybody was just spectacular. And the people, the outpouring. I turned around. It was like A Wonderful Life. You ever see the movie A Wonderful Life?
Oh, yeah.
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. It's exactly what it was like. People coming from all different angles, day and night. And it was just so heartwarming. But I have to tell you, this show, incredible. I happened to get the chance to come on Wednesday night. I was just putting the finishing touches on my dad's eulogy. I said, let me tap into the show because I love watching the show even when I'm not on it. It's fantastic. You guys put me in a good mood. And when I saw the outpouring, specifically on the YouTube channel, was just absolutely incredible. And I have a few names. Child of the King. You're unbelievable. That's all I could say. That was beyond heart touching, and I told my mom about this. Christine Chinchilla, that guy, Isabella Grace, Julia, Corey Odom, Mr. Blutarski, and those are just the ones that I could see that were giving money. And I tell you, come in handy. You ever do one of those luncheons the next day for your family, bring in 40 people? That was a beautiful time, and I would have spent anything for my dad, but it does come in handy, and that's exactly where we're going to put those beautiful funds from you to help us out with that. And it was such a beautiful and touching event. But just the outpouring. And then separate aside from that, just the outpouring of love from a lot of the folks, Moon Pie, so many of them on there, Angela, just incredible audience that you have here.
It would be hard. It would be hard to put all the names even together.
Impossible.
It was just constant.
No, it was nonstop.
It was just constant thoughts. It is. It's a blessing.
It's truly a blessing.
It's truly a blessing.
I'm so lucky to be here. Thanks for having me back, too, for this reason.
It's a blessing, the connection we have with this audience. We don't take it for granted, not 1 second, that we get to do this every night.
Nope.
And as I've said, and we've gotten to know a lot of you just by names or monikers or handles on these, but I was able to get out to know. We've put a couple faces, and we look forward to putting more faces to names and getter handles and X handles and these things. Obviously, that's why we like doing the odds makers and seeing faces of the audience being a part of the show. We'll do more of it. We may do some lives over at the America's First Warehouse where you'll have a chance to come. We'll try to get to you as well, some maybe different parts of the country if we can. But we do this because the audience is out there. We don't know exactly who's out there sometimes, so as we sit here and talk to you, but we don't take it for granted, not for 1 second. As much as we joke around and have some fun and try to be serious and mix it up and do things that at least give you some entertainment here as you wrap up your night. But the connection and the sense of family that this show, and others have it, but I just speak about ours because we know it the best, that this show has is something we'll never take for granted.
I think the audience has more talent than us. To be honest with you, they are so much more.
Slick, that's not saying much.
That's true. We setting the bar there low. But honestly, I was watching the show. I'm like, man, the audience, the zingers, they're just as good as we are, if not better.
It's funny.
They're great.
It's like a master class in ball busting on that chat over there. But they're just the nicest people. Really, when I was away, you guys are great and all, but I really miss the audience.
They miss you too.
So lovable.
They miss you,
so
Paul.
much fun.
Yeah. Salt of the earth.
So I appreciate it.
Many times they asked, Paul, where you were.
Salt of the earth.
So grateful you guys have me
Damon
back.
would never say. Because we knew you were in the trunk.
We always told them you were in the trunk.
We told you in the trunk. Yep.
Down the gimp.
Good stuff. So
we almost came out with a free Paul Nolan shirt, but we didn't. So Well, Slick, it's great to have you back. You let me know when you're ready to do sports, and we'll do it. We were doing news. We'll do some more with Rick Delgado, brought to you by Freedom Force Nutrition. What's going on, Delgado?
All right. Well, I think the big story today, the tragedy happening in Madison, Wisconsin, where a gun-toting teenage girl opened fire in a Christian school, shot dead other kids, and as well as a teacher. Earlier today, 6 more people were injured, according to this. Now, reports keep changing. I think that it's up to maybe 5 kids are dead now, not counting the shooter. And again, I'm just speculating because I keep seeing different numbers being pushed. But the 17-year-old shooter who was wielding a handgun was found dead at the scene as well, said officials and law enforcement sources to the Associated Press. One of the fatal victims was dead when authorities arrived, while the second one died on the way to the hospital. Here is cut number 2. Here's Police Chief Barnes breaking the news in his first press conference. This is cut 2.
Today, around 10:57 a.m., our officers were responding to a call of an active shooter at the Abundant Life Christian School here in Madison. When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds. We train on this almost quarterly. The last time we trained on this as commanders was approximately 2 weeks ago. The protocols are simple. Stop the killing, stop the dying, find out who's doing this. And the officers did that, and they did that adamantly. We had officers from around the county and around the state that came in support of this particular incident. Officers located a juvenile who they believe was responsible for this deceased in the building. Additionally, the officers began administering life-saving efforts to anyone who was wounded and making sure that those persons were transported. What we know is that a total of about 7 persons were transported from the scene to area hospitals for treatment. We know that at least 3 people have lost their lives, including a juvenile person. I don't have any other information about those persons who have lost their lives, and I'm not going to release that until we have, of course, spoken with family members and ensuring that they are fully aware of this tragic scene that occurred today.
Yeah,
there's a girl who did the shooting, right?
According to some reports, and yeah, they're saying 17, and I'm not going to say the name that they're putting out here. Wisconsin shooter has been identified as a quote-unquote trans student. So you've got that reporting out there as well. Just a lot. Again, how come we keep seeing this? Is probably the question to ask. Early in the press conference, police erroneously said 5 people, including the gun person, were dead. Later, they walked back that total. So again, like I said, unsure of the exact number at this time because again, we keep seeing different numbers being tossed about.
Reporting 2 victims and the self-inflicted wound.
Right.
Killer killed himself.
And like he said, it broke out just before 11 a.m. at the Abundant Life Christian School, a K through 12 facility where police found multiple victims with gunshot wounds. Just another horrific shooting that doesn't need to take place. And it seems like, if the reports on the shooter are true, then we see that happening. It seems to be a pattern. It happened in Nashville. It's happened at a bunch of these shootings where it seems to be people who seem to think they're one or the other. So mental health definitely plays a part in all this.
Yeah, between the algorithms and the way they attack the way these kids think, and they really just fuel a lot of anger, hate, confusion.
Yeah.
The transgender issue is unto itself. We don't know if that's true or not, but if it was related to this story, we know the data on trans children and suicide rates amongst them and the desperate feelings they have. And, it's there's a lot to unpack there. That's a whole show. That's 2 hours of nuanced discussion unto itself. These kids who have been convinced that they're not in the right body.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the ultimate mind.
Yep.
Especially since their brains aren't even fully developed.
Not
yet.
even remotely close. Yep.
Now, is there going to be like like the Nashville one? Is there going to be like a big hide and seek game here?
There could be. We're not sure. We still haven't seen enough. It's still a little early. We don't know if there was a manifesto, so to speak. And they still don't have a motive as of yet, they're saying. So, this is going to be something that's going to unwind for the next few days at least.
But the thing that bothers me about this is now I'm just waiting for how they're going to politicize it, right? How they're going to find a way to like make somebody on the right the villain. They'll do something in some way to politicize it in a way that takes away from the actual tragedy, and it just deflects, and the hate mongers will use it to their benefit somehow, some way. And I'm disgusted that's what I'm waiting for.
Right. They're either going to make it about guns, about Catholicism, or the Christians. Meanwhile, you still have people on the left who are doing dance parties. Celebrating the death of the United Healthcare CEO.
Yeah, and putting wanted signs for other CEOs on bulletin boards all over New York City and Seattle.
Yep.
It's crazy.
All right, we'll do some sports, more news when we get back. Right after this, more President Trump as well from his press conference today. All right, chat. What's going on? Wherever you're watching, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, follow the channel, whatever platform you're watching on, whether it's X, make sure you hit the follow. If it's on YouTube, become a subscriber. I think it's a sub on YouTube. X is a follower. Facebook, I think, is a follower. Hit the like, thumbs up, whatever you can do. We appreciate it as we grow the social media. Slick, a lot of comments in the chat from you. Melita on Facebook says, Slick Rick, I adore you.
Trying to get back there.
Got to tell you, so sorry for your father's passing. He lives on in you, dear. He loved you beyond words. I love my sis. I lost my sis, I think is what she meant. I lost my sis to a brain tumor, so I feel your pain. Please heal soon.
It's pain.
Dave Syverson on X says, Slick, we missed you. Big guy, time is your friend now. Well, we missed you, big guy. Time is your friend now.
Nice. Thank you. Beautiful. Incredible.
And you're back.
I'm back. Yeah, right? Back in just in time for the season. We got college football playoffs coming up now, NFL.
Dallas
won a game. Yeah, it's towards the end there, but it's okay. We'll take the win, right? The Jets won, right?
The Jets won.
Bucky's fan on YouTube, what's going on? Broke Spoke, what's going on? Farmer Brook, what's going on?
I know.
What's going on, everybody?
Unbelievable.
Diane on Facebook. Child of the King, of course. Hello. Let's see. Damon Morning Show. Yes, Queen Victoria. I have not been on in the mornings, but I will be. I promise I'll get back. Busy.
You guys see the picture of LeBron James making out with his buddy?
No.
And it's been proved not to be AI generated.
Oh, you're kidding?
Boy, there's a lot of goofy stuff going on between Mayor Adams giving the key to the city to Diddy. It's crazy how intertwined all these
there's something,
freaks are, man.
When they unwrap that whole thing, woof, that's going to be a candy store and a half.
All right, someone's saying I missed some super chats. Let me go take a look. Apologize.
Well, he had a step.
Wish there was a better way to keep track of these freak things. Okay, that guy. $50 super chat to my brother from another mother, Slick Rick. Godspeed to you and your family.
Guy, unbelievable. It's unreal.
Very nice.
People are just beautiful.
right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B. Interesting, cut 9, Aaron. Interesting little segment here from President Trump's press conference. One of the shorter answers he gave, but I thought this was very interesting, and a lot of the questions he got. This one, I kind of perked up my ears, and I went, The question, if you can't hear it, is: would you think about pardoning Mayor Eric Adams? Roll that.
Yeah.
Would you consider pardoning Eric Adams?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I think that he was treated pretty unfairly. Now, I haven't seen the gravity of it all, but it seems, like being upgraded in an airplane many years ago. I know probably everybody here has been upgraded. They see you're all stars, and they say, I want to upgrade that person from NBC. I'm going to upgrade him. And that would mean you'll spend the rest of your life in prison. I don't know. Somehow, I'd have to see it because I don't know the facts. I think he was treated. It's very interesting. When he essentially went against what was happening with the migrants coming in. And, he made some pretty strong statements like, this is not sustainable. I said, you know what? He'll be indicted soon. And I said it not as a prediction, a little bit lightheartedly, but I said it. I said, he's going to be indicted. And a few months later, he got indicted. So, yeah, I would certainly look at it.
There's your answer.
I saw the mayor come over to Donald Trump when he was at UFC at MSG, and I think it's the old welcome to the club, pal.
Yeah, he's looking for a seat on that train.
Yeah,
because he knows what's coming down the pike if he doesn't.
Didn't that start at that dinner that they went to? Remember, they were both sitting in the same dais, right?
Smith dinner,
yeah, that's kind of where it all started. I thought.
He said, I kind of feel the mayor's pain of what's going on.
Somebody's bucking for a pardon. Adams is sounding like a real conservative when you hear him on the news. Like he just changed his tune to the political winds that are going to fit him. I don't know. I don't trust that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either. But I do feel like to some degree, maybe you're seeing a little bit more of the law enforcement part of his life coming back out when he talks about the working with Homan. No?
No, my buddy Merritt, who's a big shot with the police department, has had to deal with him one-on-one many times, and he said he's the most racist, evil, just self-centered guy. All about it for him is just advancing his career, could care less about anybody but himself.
Well, that pretty much blankets every politician.
Welcome to politics.
Yeah, supposed to be a cop, though.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I don't buy it. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
He's probably watching the show right now, and he's probably like, I want to prove Paul Nolan wrong. I'm going to do my best to do the right thing. That's probably...
Could be.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
don't hold your breath.
All right, let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell and MyPillow. LFS6B is the code to use. Probably got a couple days left to get some stuff from Lindell and get it on time. But even if you get a little late, you still give the person I'm sure you're giving it to will still appreciate it, especially if it's one of his mattresses or mattress toppers or pillows or towels or all the great stuff from Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. Slickster, welcome back. What's going on?
All right, Big D. Well, I said I was back in the saddle. I'm going to give him a little rodeo at the last sports segment. I'll look up some rodeo for the folks because some of them love that. But we got Monday Night Football cooking right now, Big D. We got 2 games, doubleheader. Kind of rare, right? They do that at the beginning of the season.
We still got time to make picks here?
Now we're a little deep in that Vikings game at this point. They're kind of running away there. They're up 10-0 over the Bears. That's 9:35 to go in the second quarter.
What was the line in that game? Who's home?
Well, home is the Vikings. They're in US Bank Stadium tonight.
What was the line?
Minneapolis. I don't know. It was probably about 7, I would say. Had to be at least 7 for that game. Let's take a look and see. 6.5. Minnesota minus 6.5.
Okay, you guys can still make the pick.
All right, Aaron, what are you thinking?
Minnesota.
You got Minnesota. Yeah, well, they're up 10-0. So yeah, I got to ride a bandwagon too. Listen, I got 2 fantasy guys. I'm in the playoffs. I need to come through. It'd be TJ Hawkinson.
You taking Minnesota too?
Yeah, I got to take Minnesota.
Okay, I'm guaranteeing a Chicago cover in that game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
6.5.
Yep. 6.5.
That's
all right.
live betting odds right now.
That looks too easy.
That I don't have, Paul.
What they're up 10-0. What are the odds now? Can we get like 13.5?
I don't know. I have to look.
I'll take a peek. You do the show.
Yeah, take a look.
I got a guaranteed Chicago cover in that game. That'll be my prediction.
There you go. I come back. This goes to a gambling show. All right, here we go. We got the Falcons and the Raiders, Big D, too.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
What's wrong with that?
Allegiant Stadium showing
the degeneracy shows back up as soon as you come back.
We got the Raiders, Big D, hosting the Falcons. No score there. That's a game
Atlanta -6.
Yeah, Atlanta -6.
On the road. Who you got?
Raiders at home. Well, I put Aaron on the spot, so I got to make the first pick this time around. Raiders and Falcons. I think the Falcons. I have Bijan Robinson playing for me tonight, too. I need them to have a big night. I have to go Falcons and lay the 6. I'm laying chalk all over the place, Big D.
All right, Aaron, who you got in that game?
I'll go Raiders.
There you go.
I'm going to go Raiders plus the points as well. I'll take the dog plus the 6.
Yeah, all right. Sounds good to me. All right, we're on. We got him. Let's go. NHL action right now. Just a couple of games happening there. Capitals in Dallas taking on the Stars, up 1-0, end of 1. And out in Edmonton, way out west, the Panthers 1-0 right now over the Oilers. 18 to go in the first. So that game, 16 to go in the first. Just underway. Avalanche and Canucks. That is a 10:30 puck drop. And, we won't get to that tonight on the show. That's for sure. And just want to get to one story. Big Army-Navy game this weekend. Now, Aaron, I think you would have been on Army. I was thinking about you over the weekend. Would you have been on Army for this game?
Yeah, I probably would have been on Army.
Yeah, I think you would have. And I would have taken Navy, because my grandfather was in World War II, was in the Navy for quite some time. So I would have went with Navy, and Navy with a big upset. But the bigger news really was the president showed up with his VP. Did you see that? Trump Vance seen at Army-Navy game with Daniel Penny after acquittal, which was great news. Maybe you guys covered that earlier. Elizabeth Wiebel of Breitbart Sports, President-elect Donald Trump, and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance was seen attending the Army-Navy college football game on Saturday with Daniel Penny, days after Penny's acquittal. In a post on X, the Trump War Room posted photos of Vance, Trump, and Penny together at the game. This came after Vance previously revealed that Penny would be his guest for the game. How cool is that? As Breitbart News previously reported, a New York City jury found Penny not guilty of criminally negligent homicide in the death of Jordan Neely while on the subway. Representative Wesley Hunt, Republican from Texas, also posted a photo of him and Trump at the game to his ex. Army-Navy game with America's president, Hunt wrote. Only in America can a West Point graduate find himself seated beside the greatest president this nation will ever know. Some strong words there. This country built on dreams and boundless opportunity and a land where anything is possible, Hunt added. Nice comments there. I really like that. And of course, you saw that Army was a big upset. I thought folks thought Army was going to run with that one, but they didn't. They fell in that game, Big D. And like I said, it was a lot of good fun. But and that's a wrap in sports. I got some rodeo coming up. I'll keep you updated on the Monday Night Football games. And we got that Stephen A. Smith story. I want to get to that too a little bit later.
And that's Stephen A. coming around once again now on January 6th. Is that the story?
Yes, sir. That and of course how the Democrats are letting Trump look good, which he's upset with that. So too bad, pal.
Stephen A. is like he's the ultimate better late.
He's the bellwether moron.
Better late than never. All of a sudden he thinks January 6th was an inside job. All of a sudden he thinks that 51 intelligence officers aren't that intelligent. He's
He's quite the conspiracy.
Yeah. Come on, Stephen. Come on.
Him and Charles Barkley, they need a show together. Those two.
Come on.
That's a wrap.
You'll get there. You'll get there. So we got more stuff coming up from Trump's press conference. And Paul, you said it before. Boy, I got a couple interesting answers in here. We'll watch an hour too. One of them kind of goes to what you and Vin were talking about last week on one of the shows about just the feeling. The question to him was, hey, how did your meeting with Tim Cook go? And the answer Trump gave to that question was very reminded me of your discussion with Vin last week on the feeling and how things seemingly have changed. And he actually kind of jokes. He's like, I guess my personality somehow has changed, though. Meaning I haven't changed. I'm not sure what's going on, but definitely things feel different.
It's good to be the king.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll play that coming up. Live from Studio 6B. Boy, that's a quick hour one, hour two coming up. Chat, what's going on? Child of the King, Big D, have you thought about going 3 hours?
Yeah, we thought about it.
I thought about it just now when you asked, and I'm not thinking about it anymore.
I was saying last week, I forgot how wound up I get when I get home because, I drink coffee this time of night.
Oh, yeah,
I
great.
come home, it's a 30-minute ride to my house.
Paul always says, eat like a gavone.
And I eat like a gavone. I'm not even kidding. Like, I
leave the cannolis, take the guns.
It's unbelievable. Like, if there's no food in the house, I'll chase the cat around with a thing of ketchup. I can't control myself.
Wow, talk about cooking from scratch. Yeah. Wow, man, that's crazy.
Oof. It's terrible.
Hey, Frank, can we play a little of that Garrett Miles song that Michael Curtis sent me?
I got to pull it over yet.
Oh, okay.
Did you see this guy? The NBA's wondering why they're ready to step forward.
Popovich, yeah.
This guy.
Oh, he's another. He's a hat. He is a hat, man.
He looks like
an ass hat.
Keith Olbermann's sister.
God,
he looks terrible.
He's such a baby.
He's afflicted. He really is. Should have retired years ago too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Who said that? Tweet Potato? Yeah. The third hour of the show is actually in the next morning when I do my morning show, which of course I haven't done this week, but I will. That's the third hour.
Yeah. We got the holidays next week too, right? We'll be off.
Obviously, we'll be off week. Tuesday, Wednesday.
What's
Christmas
Tuesday?
Eve, Christmas Day.
Is that Christmas Eve?
And then we'll be off New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So we're off Tuesday, Wednesday, the next 2 weeks.
We're off Tuesday, Wednesday, both?
Tuesday, Wednesday, the next 2 weeks. Yep.
See that guy, Tim Burchett, leaving Congress?
So let's do, this is segment one. Let's do some Trump clips, and then, Paul, we can do a couple of your stuff. Some of your clips.
Boy, I love that Libs of TikTok page. And by the way, I'm starting to learn how to use Twitter. If anyone wants to find me on Twitter, it's Paul_eggs Nolan. What, we're not supposed to give out?
No, I'm just laughing at the fact that you're like, I'm learning how to use it.
That's
X marks the spot.
It's just, it sucks though. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I used to be like the way.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Live from Studio 6B on a Monday night, December 16th. Glad you're in. Real America's Voice. Slick Rick is sitting right there. He's going to do some sports. Rick Delgado's here. He's got the news. Paul Nolan's got some news as well. Some clips and some things that he's been watching. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Glad you're in. We started the show by talking about drones. So we'll start hour 2 by talking about drones.
We got more drones?
Well, we got a better answer today from President Trump than we have from anybody else in the current administration who are just
lying.
I mean, just I don't even know. I mean,
the MIA.
Yeah, yes, of course, lying, but just the position. I don't know. The Brett Baer's interview tonight with Kirby was just mind-numbing. I mean, his position that all of these people should just ignore the fact that everything they've known for all the time they've all lived at wherever they live, everything that's changed over 30 days, they should pay no attention to.
Yeah, so I got to ask you a question.
It's just crazy.
I need to know your opinion on this. Do you think he believes his handlers and they tell him what to say?
No.
So you don't believe he's definitely lying? Because I think they all make a decision. What story you want me to go with? Oh, you want me to tell him this lie? All right, I can sell that.
Well, yes, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what he's
exactly.
doing.
Can I have ice cream?
Yeah, right. I got a cookie.
Yeah, I don't believe that he truly believes that. I think he knows he's lying.
Okay, I was wondering if you guys thought maybe he was just stupid or incompetent, which is possible.
Which is possible.
Which
yes.
is
All
plausible.
possible. All plausible.
But
I don't think
just
he's
think
stupid. He's not stupid. He's not an admiral, and he's not stupid
exactly.
for being an admiral.
Yeah.
And but it just defies all, even again, for even someone like me who operates on the most basic level you can operate and think about these things. It defies all common sense that people who are living in these areas are supposed to just think, no, don't worry about it. What, you've never seen 7 refrigerator-sized drones flying over your house for a 30-day span in the 40 years you've lived there? Well, don't worry about this 30 days of them doing it because it's totally normal. Well, where'd they all come? Don't worry about anything else. It just is crazy. Trump was asked about it today in the press conference, and he gave a much better answer, and an answer that basically it
was coherent.
He wanted to say, like, he basically says, like, come on, which is what I was saying. Come on, really?
Cut the crap over.
Exactly. Roll that, Aaron.
Thank you. Good to see you. Good
This
to
is
see
Brian
you.
Glenn, by the way, our own Brian Glenn.
Drones that are flying around New Jersey ports. It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening.
Thank you.
Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Will you
Want to
shoot
know
them
the
down?
truth? They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster.
I've
decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received an intelligence briefing on the drones?
I don't want to comment on that.
Have you been?
Do you have any reason to think they're a threat?
I'm so glad he's back.
I mean, again, essentially, like, come on. Of course we know that they know. Duh. This line that they're spinning to us of, it's just, no, you guys missed a big sale over at Costco. You guys didn't hear about this? A lot of people took advantage of it. That's what you're seeing, Brett.
What did you say before? Buy one, get 7 free?
Yeah. Everybody took wild advantage of it. The Jersey is just drone central now. Nothing to see here. Don't worry. It's all some manned, some unmanned, commercial, police. No, they just all decided right now, let's just have some fun, send it up, get ready for the New Year's Eve light show. Let's see what these things can do. We'll just do it for 30 days. No one will notice.
No problem.
And if they do, we'll just tell them, Trump's asked about it, and he goes, of course they know. They know. We know they know.
Right.
But for some reason, they're trying to keep us in suspense. Exactly. Why? Do we think it's the enemy? Do we think they're radiation drones searching for dirty bombs? No, I don't think that. And obviously he doesn't either. Because I think his demeanor would have been much different today. Because I'm sure he's gotten an intelligence briefing on this. Why they're keeping us in suspense of what they're doing. They're test running something they're testing out. But come on. Please. Just stop with this is people who went to the Apple store and came home with their new drone.
Right. Just 30 some odd days from his inauguration.
The size of a refrigerator.
Don't worry about it. Don't you worry your pretty little heads about it. Go on about your business. Go do your Christmas shopping. Go look at the great new TV over at Target. Go run inside. Don't look up.
Well, not even saying don't look up. What's even worse is they're saying, yeah, you're looking up and you're noticing going, well, geez, I never saw. Don't worry. It's just people playing with their new Christmas toys. Like, that's what they're supposed to believe. Yeah. Just nuts.
Just insane.
A couple other things from Trump today. A lot of lawsuits flying. Trump was asked about them. Cut 11. Here's what he said.
I want to expand on the defamation
Again, our own Brian Glenn here.
Could you see moving that to other people with individual platforms, social media influencers, people that...
Or newspapers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I think you have to do it because they're very dishonest. We need a great media. We need a fair media. We need, it's very important. And we need borders. We need walls, but we need borders, and we need fair elections. You look at California, millions and millions of ballots were sent out. They're still counting the vote in California with the machines. They're counting the vote. If you had paper ballots, the votes would have been counted 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Now, you need fair elections, you need borders, and you need a fair press. And the press is, no, I see others. I have a few others that I'm doing. I'm going to, as an example, I'm doing this not because I want to. I'm doing this because I feel I have an obligation to. I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper, which had a very, very good pollster who got me right all the time. And then just before the election, she said I was going to lose by 3 or 4 points, and it became the biggest story all over the world because I was going to win Iowa by 20 points. The farmers loved me, and I loved the farmers. And it was interesting the way she did it. She brought it down 2 weeks before. She said I was going to only win by 4. That was a big story. But that was good because she brought it down from like 22 points to 4 or whatever the number was. Way up, an easy win. Never even thought to go there. I respect them. I love them. And they understand there's no reason to go there because she brought it from way up, walk away, which it was. And it turned out to be in the election, too, by the way. It was a win by many, many points. And then she brought it down very smartly to 4 a couple of weeks before. And everyone said, wow, that's amazing. He's only up by 4 points. Then she brought it down to where I was down by 3 or 4, whatever number she used. And that was the Des Moines Register. And it was their parent. And in my opinion, it was fraud and it was election interference. You know, she's gotten me right always. She's a very good pollster. She knows what she was doing. And she then quit before. And we'll probably be filing a major lawsuit against them today or tomorrow. We're filing one on 60 Minutes, you know about that, where they took Kamala's answer, which was a crazy answer, a horrible answer, and they took the whole answer out and they replaced it with something else she said later on in the interview, which wasn't a great answer, but it wasn't like the first one. The first was grossly incompetent. It was weird. And that was fraud and election interference by their news magazine, a big part of CBS News. So as you know, we're involved in that one. We're involved in one which has been going on for a while and very successfully against Bob Woodward, where he didn't quote me properly from the tapes. And then on top of everything else, he sold the tapes, which he wasn't allowed to do. He could only use them for reporting purposes, not for sale purposes. And he admits that. And I think we'll be successful on that one. And we have one very interestingly on Pulitzer because reporters at the New York Times, Washington Post got Pulitzer Prizes for their wonderful, accurate, and highly professional reporting on the Russia hoax. Well, it turned out to be a hoax. Hello. And they were exactly wrong. People, like many people, John Solomon, Sean Hannity's not for Pulitzer, but Sean Hannity got it right. Many people got it right. Tucker got it right. Jesse got it right. Laura got it right. Janine got it right. A lot of people got it right. They didn't get anything. They gave it to reporters that got it absolutely wrong. And now everybody admits it was a hoax. And I want them to take back the Pulitzer Prizes and pay big damages. And I think we're doing very well on that one. They have no excuse for it. They gave a Pulitzer Prize to writers that got Russia wrong. And so I think we're doing well. And I feel I have to do this. I shouldn't really be the one to do it. It should have been Justice Department or somebody else, but I have to do it. It costs a lot of money to do it, but we have to straighten out the press. Our press is very corrupt, almost as corrupt as our elections.
That Trump library is going to get bigger. Little Georgie put a whole wing on it.
I thought the Iowa one was the Iowa part of that answer was the one that interested me the most because we were on that. I mean, everybody was obviously in conservative media. Ann Seltzer came out this weekend and made a very strong defense of herself on some local show in Iowa, saying that the accusation that it was somehow election interference is outrageous. But I mean, I don't hear a lot of other defense of the numbers she put out, which Trump rightly lays out.
Well, did she defend the numbers? Did she say, no, my reporting on this is accurate because of this, this, and this? Or she's just saying it's not election interference? Is that was her argument?
I didn't hear her argument on if she got into the minutia of how she got there. But her argument that I heard, the clip I heard of her, was saying that to infer that this is an election interference is ridiculous. But as he said, she's one of the more accurate pollsters that's ever done it. She's never gotten anything even remotely close to this wrong. To have her up +4 2 weeks before the election and have him down from +21, I think at the high, down to +4, then down to -4, and he wins it by, I think, 14 in a cakewalk that was never even questioned, and everybody's holding their breath going, oh, could Ann Seltzer be right? And those of us going, boy, this makes no sense. This has got to be, I mean, it looks like election interference. It looks like a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, to try and sway the votes, to be like, oh, he's going to lose, and discourage people from showing up. So that's why you put those numbers out.
Yep.
It's all poppycock.
All right, more live from Studio 6B coming up.
What time do you guys usually know?
Right before the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we prep, well in advance. And 3. Oh, the Raiders just put up a field goal. Look at that.
No, none of these are on here that he does.
Okay.
So this one was from last week, though. You see this one? An answer. That was not the one.
No, just deal with the 4 you sent me today.
Yeah, let me go back. Huh.
We've been talking about drones.
What happened to my? I. If you want to do the Trump stuff, that's great. Tim Burchett at Congress talking about. It's up to you. I'll do anything. I'll go with any flow you want. I just think the Mayorkas thing is hysterical.
Right. So you can start with that. Then where do you want to go?
Aaron, I don't know if you heard me. I'm going to roll 3 in sports with Stephen A. Smith.
All the kid Sissons, who's like
I'll set that clip up.
Champion of the left.
Yeah, we can go there. That's a second.
You just want to go through.
It's a long.
All right, so then I'll just do scores in that should cover. I'll give a quick update on Monday Night Football, and then I'll do Stephen A.
Whatever you want to do. If you want to stay with the Trump clips, I'm totally cool. I'll follow your lead.
Do a little lead into it. You got to explain the.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. I have a story.
So then we'll start with Marcus since we've been doing drones.
6th.
All right.
Yeah.
Then you can do Sisson.
Nope.
Then you can do Burchett.
That's exactly it.
If we get,
that's how this works, right?
Soft. That kid Sissons next.
I don't use many clips, so
it's up whatever order you want. Like I said, but I don't know, whatever the flow of the show goes. I'm cool with whatever. I just still can't believe. Like, all right, yeah, I want to call this the new version of Crazy Town. Biden's going to be hiding out in a pine box the rest of the way.
He's going to be in an urn.
That wasn't nice.
Hey, Damon, you have a read here.
He earned that at the end of his career. Get what you earn. Hey, Paul. This position was well earned. That's your Brett saying.
Well, let me talk to you about Birch Gold. Increased tariffs on our trade partners, tax cuts and regulation changes. Learn why gold is a viable diversification tactic now more than ever. Birch Gold, the only gold company that you can trust, is releasing their ultimate guide for gold in the Trump era with a foreword by Donald Trump Jr. To get your free copy along with Birch Gold's free information kit on gold, text the word America to the number 989898. Text America to the number 989898. Here's the facts. The national debt continues to increase. Our interest payments on the national debt continue to increase. Gold is still your hedge against the weakening dollar. And Birch Gold is still the company you can trust to help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Text America to 989898 for your free copy of the ultimate guide to gold in the Trump era. There's no obligation, only information, an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, countless 5-star reviews, thousands of satisfied customers. You can trust Birch Gold as well. Text America to the number 989898 and do it today. All right, 18 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Paul Nolan's here. He's got some things that he's been keeping an eye on. Mr. Nolan, what's going on?
Well, I just thought the drone talk was hysterical, and I thought the audience should see Mayorkas and his, like, every time that guy talks, it just feels like he's not just lying, he's like insulting you with his lies. This guy, he's at the top of my really dislike list. I try not to use the word hate, but boy, this guy's as big a traitor as there is. Look at this goofball. It's, I think, a 10-second clip, but him with Wolf Blitzer, right?
Yeah, there is, but I have something playing in the background, Aaron tells me, so before...
It's the ice cream truck. We worked so hard in the break.
Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. All right, here's Mayorkas, who went to the John Kirby School of trying to gaslight. Here it is.
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well.
Convenience store.
Convenience store.
I mean, it's like... this is like to a degree of like, am I wearing an I'm an idiot shirt or something? Do I have an I'm an idiot written on my forehead? Like, this is crazy gaslighting.
Yeah.
This is almost like their last gasp. You know, they know they're going to be out soon, so it's like, screw it. We're going to lie about everything.
Why not?
It's the stupidity we have to endure from these administrations.
What else has got your attention, Paul?
Well, there's a kid who's rising up. Again, he just seems to me like he's another paid shill / asset of the Biden administration. This kid, I can't remember his names, but
Harry Sisson.
Harry Sissons. He's
Harry
as
Sissy Boy Sisson.
Stupid as it gets. His stupidity, like it gives me an earache. So play this half of what.
Half a twit. Here he is.
Thank you.
It's crazy how it's only been a month and Trump supporters are already regretting their vote. We told you so.
What? Man, drink up.
Are you kidding me with this kid? He's never been punched in the face in his life.
He's drinking iced tea with a stirrer.
I don't know, man. This guys like this, I got no patience for them anymore. It's like, do you really believe your nonsense? So I was going to play the Popovich clip, but I didn't want the audience to throw up all over their computers.
They probably had dinner tonight. Yeah, a good idea.
I don't know. I don't know. Some of this stuff has been on but this is this clip here speaks for itself. You don't need me to set it up. I think everyone here is going to know we have ourselves someone you could trust in, in the Senate. So if you want to roll this, Tim Burchett.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett, just leaving the House floor. It's raining, and I can go this way and do my video and not be hassled. Hey, we just passed the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act. I voted against it. There's $500 million in there, literally, of foreign aid. And that's kind of what y'all voted in such large numbers against. Tired of us being everywhere. They allow you to travel for abortions, or they pay to whatever to move you around so you can get that. There's just The transgender language, I was told by a couple of attorneys on the House floor, was poorly written. I think it had some holes in it. And to make it all matters worse, $9 billion new dollars. Send it over to the Senate, it comes back with all that added on. And you remember the Pentagon has not passed an audit. They're on their 7th or 8th one that they haven't passed.
Unbelievable.
We got to do better in this. This is not what you all voted for. And you have members, you have family members that are lobbyists on this stuff. I mean, it is just totally awful. Anyway,
good for him.
We'll keep fighting.
That's the lobbyists. Have a full Nelson on every one of these guys. I mean, that's all there is to it.
They dropped a continuing resolution today, by the way. They're going to vote on it Wednesday. That's only 1,700 pages.
Only?
Yep. They're going to vote on it on Wednesday. Another CR.
That money should be going to North Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are watching the footage, what's going on there, but that story, it has been one of those ones that I just feel so helpless. Like, I want to go there and help, but you see the stories of people trying to go there. They try to get in and help. They want to bring provisions. They want to bring equipment. They want to bring tools and help people get moving. And there's one stalwart. There's one roadblock after another. What's going on there is so heinous, and it's I really like to keep the attention on that here. So when I come Wednesday, I would like to bring some clips and some footage of that, because that can't be forgotten. We have to keep a voice for the people who are really left for dead, and it's cold.
All right, 23 past the hour. We'll do that on Wednesday with Mr. Nolan. Let's do some sports with Slick. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the code to use at checkout. Slick, what's going on?
All right, Big D, get you updated on Monday Night Football in action at the half. Right now, the Vikings lead the Bears 13-0 in Minnesota at US Bank Stadium. Let's see, we got a pretty good game. Sam Darnold, he's got 145 yards passing, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. That's a pretty good first half. And then we got the Falcons in Vegas taking on the Raiders. Raiders added a field goal, cut it to 7-3. Falcons lead that one. Bijan Robinson, stud running back, 9 carries, 54 yards, looking pretty good there. I just want to get to this quick story here. Kamala Harris's deputy campaign manager admits Democrats lost the sports and culture war. Warner Todd Houston of Breitbart. Kamala Harris's digital manager has admitted that the Harris campaign was blindsided by being shunned by sports broadcast personalities and ultimately unable to make a dent in the new cultural media ecosystem online. In a lengthy interview with Semaphore, Harris campaign operative Rob Flaherty admitted that Donald Trump's campaign was far more adept at reaching those who have had it with the traditional media. He also pointed out that sports have become the home of Red America despite the generally left-wing sports media. I got a story from Stephen A. Smith coming up in my last segment, speaking of left-wing media. In fact, even left-wing sports media seems to be finally coming around to understanding their fans' desire to stay out of politics, which is what the right has been saying for years. Flaherty told Semaphore that the hosts of a surprising number of sports TV, radio, and podcast shows turned down interviews with Harris because they felt their audiences would be annoyed by having to sit through a Harris appearance on their favorite shows. Boy, you're hearing it right there. That surprising situation caused Flaherty to believe that sports are now associated with right-wing culture, despite the best efforts of the sports media. So, unbelievable. Sports people finally getting it, Big D.
Or maybe they just listened to her speak before.
Yeah, that's true too. That's annoying in itself.
I'll still sound like the blues. On a Monday night, live from Studio 6B. We're back right after this.
That sound like the funk right there. There you go. Sounds like the time.
Were you a little too close to the mic for that one?
What's going on, chat? Hit the like, subscribe, whatever platform you're on.
Nothing. I was just saying, like, the question. No, what are you on? What feed are you getting?
I get them all.
Well, that's everything mixed in with each other?
Yeah.
It's cool. You can merge them all into one chat. So, like,
well, I can because this is the home base of the stream.
I want to hear them scream.
Someone said there was a super chat, but I don't see it. I can't go back far enough.
I got one here for $20. I thought I saw one for $50 too.
$20. That guy. Slick, do you smoke cigars?
I do not, but Big D does.
Yeah, mama, you asking the wrong
I may need to smoke
there.
one now, boy.
I'm that guy when it comes to that.
All right, one person in the chat's happy I'm back. Thank you, Susan Downer. I'm so happy you're in the chat too.
Actually, my buddy that you met at the wake, Ray Lamagna, he just sent me a text earlier saying it's good to see you back on the show. He goes, boy, Paul is a great addition to the show. He's only been watching the show the last 6 months since he's known me.
What guy?
And my friend Ray Lamagna, he was at you guys introduced him to, I think, Big D, that gentleman there, probably like in his 60s.
I met some nice people. Your wife was nice. She knew me from the show.
Sure.
That was she's a sweetheart.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was nice.
I was doubting you for a while. I didn't think she was real.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Yeah.
We thought she was in the Niagara Falls area.
Right, yeah, exactly. I thought maybe she's Canadian, always traveling. Turns out no. Wife is very real.
Oh, here comes the conspiracies now. I can just see it. Oh, man.
Well, because a bunch of times I've picked him up from his house.
Yeah.
And still had never seen it.
No, she's going to come running out with her apron on. No, the sun, come on, Rick, come in for dinner.
You put her in an apron?
Hey, I just got some new Reynolds wrap, Doug. I don't want to see it.
That's a wrap.
His wife does not wear an apron.
Thank you.
She's an elegant lady.
Oh, thank you, Rick.
Yeah, she was charming. She had the same. She had a great personality.
She does. She's definitely my better half.
Went way over his.
Dude. There's a lot of that going on in this room. You outkicked your coverage.
Oh yeah, Big D. Big D's
mine.
wife is beautiful too. Absolutely, she's beautiful, inside and out. She's a good lady. Yep.
Yeah. So I want to. Now that we're in the break, how much time we have? I want to hear the conspiracy theories. What do our online sleuths?
Oh, look at that! Time to go back on.
Believe that
what do you
these.
know?
All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday night. Glad you're in. Slick's doing sports. Delgado's going to do some more news. Paul Nolan sitting in as well. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Lots to do. Still, we'll do some more news. I got a couple. I think I got one more clip from President Trump's press conference. Maybe the most interesting answer he gave about what's different right now, and we'll go over that. But right now, please welcome back to the show the CEO of the wellness company, Peter Galuli. Peter, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back, guys.
Good to have you. Lots going on in the news, but I want to ask you just a more kind of overarching question to start. So far, what do you think about as far as when it comes to the health and human services of the country and some of the other FDA and HHS and some of these other things? What do you think of President Trump's cabinet picks so far?
Well, you can't drain the swamp and replace it with more swamp creatures. So we're seeing a lot of pushback right now about the rhinos and Democrats bellyaching about these outsiders coming in, but I think it's exactly what we need, right? Trump is a man that is known for making bold decisions, and that's exactly what he did with RFK and many of the choices underneath him. Now, I know there's been some people that are more traditional from the establishment, and I think Trump knows that certain people are going to be best adjusted to certain roles, and I'm sure he's had numerous conversations with his picks so far, making sure they're fully aligned with the Make America Healthy Again agenda.
You know, when Dr. McCullough was on last time, we led into his segment by playing this video of this Dr. Peter Hotez on, I think it was MSNBC, claiming that just around January 20th, Trump's going to get hit with, he made it sound like all of these new pandemics and something, and now you see this potential disease X that has been detected in Africa. A couple questions here. Number one, what is this disease X? Is it anything that we have to worry about? Number two, give me your thoughts when you see somebody like this Dr. Hotez, one of the more notorious COVID vaccine pushers, still talking with that kind of gaslighting to the American people.
Yeah, it's really shameful in my opinion. I mean, this man is giddy about the prospect of another pandemic being released on the American people. Now, we don't know exactly what disease X is. I mean, there's evidence to support that it could be simply malaria. But we do know that Africa, specifically sub-Saharan Africa, has some of the worst healthcare infrastructure in the world. So no matter what the disease is, they're not really ready to treat it. So it's going to look much worse than it actually is. Hotez and his friends would like nothing more for something to come in and immediately disrupt the Trump agenda in 2025. And I think that's exactly the angle here, is to find as much chaos as possible and essentially enact the deep state panic mode plan.
So more psyops than it is something the American people should be worried about. Is that basically what you're saying?
Who knows? Maybe the drones are looking for disease X.
Yeah. No, there's nothing to worry about there. Just don't worry about all that activity that no one's ever seen before. Nothing to worry about. Sometimes I think we've kind of lost touch with people who, as we worked our way through COVID and people who had long COVID symptoms. Is long COVID something still that people are dealing with in this country?
Yeah, I think this is really what America should be focusing on right now. And it's funny that to this day, the CDC and FDA have not really addressed the epidemic of long COVID and vaccine injury. There's been millions of Americans out there that have been harmed and still don't feel their best. Everything from the sort of benign loss of taste and smell all the way to the debilitating lethargy and fatigue and nervous system pain. It's a real problem. It's affected real people, and the government seems to just brush it under the rug, just like when we saw Damar Hamlin collapse on the 20-yard line. And a week after that, we were back like nothing ever happened. It was a totally normal thing to happen on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. We're speaking with Peter Gillooly. He's the CEO of the Wellness Company. You can go to twc.health/voice, twc.health/voice. Of course, use promo code VOICE if you do. Look at one of their exceptional kits. No matter where you're going, a trip to the beach, a trip overseas, they've got something for you. You can check them out. People who are suffering from long COVID symptoms still, what do you recommend for them to treat the symptoms? I know the things in your kit obviously help affect that. What else?
Yeah, obviously we've seen tremendous success with things like ivermectin, but one thing I think we're really proud of, and Dr. McCullough and I have worked very hard on the last couple of months, is translating some of his clinical successes into nutraceuticals that we can offer to the public. We launched his Ultimate Spike Detox in November. We sold out in record time. We've never seen anything like it. And I think that really speaks to the fact that many Americans are feeling these issues that I just described and are looking for real naturopathic solutions. So we'll have more Ultimate Spike Detox back in stock next week, just in time for Christmas. And I think these sort of treatments, the naturalistic ones, are really the best avenue for many Americans. They're safe, they're effective, and they're not under the thumb of the FDA and CDC.
twc.health/voice is the place to go. twc.health/voice, promo code VOICE. Peter, always a pleasure to have you on. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Peter Gillooly, CEO of the Wellness Company. It could be, is he a doctor? Do we know? Okay, no, I'm not sure. It said Peter Gillooly. It didn't say doctor. I shouldn't have said doctor, but he might be. So we'll have to find out. Either way, go to twc.health/voice if you're looking for one of their prescription kits. You're looking for ivermectin or anything like that, of course, it's all included there. And they give you a nice guidebook on how to use it all. So twc.health/voice. Let's do some news. News is here with Rick Delgado. What's going on, Delgado?
All right. Well, I don't know if you caught this, but over the weekend, former Obama advisor said Donald Trump is smarter than him and all his critics. They're finally catching on. I'm talking about Van Jones, the former Obama advisor. Don't take my word for it. Here he is. You can listen to himself. Listen for yourself as he talks to former CNN reporter Chris Cillizza during an interview on his YouTube channel about Trump's successful presidential campaign. This is cut number 7. Van Jones admitting what the left should probably pay attention to. Cut 7.
How the hell did Donald Trump figure out the mainstream media is the fringe, and the fringe is now the mainstream. How the hell did Donald Trump figure out? I mean, Joe Rogan is obvious, right? Like, we knew the guy had a big audience. It's not like we were, like, stunned. But, like, how the hell was he, the 78-year-old guy who doesn't even have a computer and still, like, writes handwritten notes, how did he become the guy who cracked the code on, to your point, running a cultural, I don't even want to say campaign, running
it was a movement.
Look, heading a cultural movement versus a campaign.
Every one of your people knows Elon. Listen. Yeah. So everybody keeps, the problem is you have a framework in your mind that, how can Donald Trump? Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump, let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know why we know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House.
Totally agree.
Court, the popular vote. He has a massive media ecosystem bigger than the mainstream built around him and for him, and a religious fervor in a political movement around him. And his best buddy is the richest person in the history of the world, and the most relevant Kennedy is with him. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on Earth and in our lifetime, and we're still saying, well, how was this guy? We look like idiots to ordinary.
You're totally right.
Look at that weirdo bouncing around.
Chris Chaliza. Try some decaf in the morning, dude. Good
Trump
Lord.
doesn't even have a computer as his joke. Yeah, okay.
I mean, they're making it out, or maybe his 18-year-old son, who's like hip to the culture and hip to what's going on, said, "Dad, you should go do Theo Vaughn, you should go do Joe Rogan, you should go do Bussin' with the Boys, you should go do these podcasts, because I'm telling you, that's where kids like me and a little older, 18 to 25, 25 to 54, those demographics, that's where they're listening. That it would be great for you to go there. How about just maybe it was that? Maybe Barron's the one who's smarter than all you idiots.
And it is. We are at the time. He is. And we're at the time right now. Like the counterculture, it's cool to be a Trumper now. That whole notion that kids were so afraid to stand up to the blue-haired girls with the big nose rings sticking out of their face and they look like pincushions. They're done with it. They don't care. They no longer give a hoot about what all the loud, like screaming memes who go nuts. They don't care no more. Dudes are like, I've had it. Hot chicks for Trump will like just completely take it over, and they have been done. So the timing couldn't have been more perfect. It's punk rock to be a Trump guy or MAGA, and to be part. It's the anti-establishment. So it was the perfect timing for this to happen. It was a perfect storm, and the pushback had to come back because kids are sick of it. They're not stupid. They may be inexperienced and may lack wisdom, but they know when they're being gaslit, and they had it.
Yeah.
And
how about it's not? Yes, they're all smart. Barron, Trump, listened. They all had a great plan. But how about look a little in the mirror too, pal? It's not that's not what we're doing. It's what you're doing and not doing. You're so out of touch with regular Americans in the media. You have no idea. I mean, they're so out of touch.
Yeah, they stay in their echo chamber and never leave it.
And you want another example of that? Look at what do you call it? What's the idiot we played earlier? Kirby.
Oh.
That's still their thinking. If they just keep saying it, they believe that everybody will fall in line and believe it, because that's what's always worked before. They didn't have to fight with things on X or things on Rumble or things or other alternative ways of getting the message out, because they controlled it all. And then once Elon stepped in and bought X, that kind of changed the dynamic.
Yeah, it leveled the playing field.
It's like, Dan, look at the viewings on your own network.
I mean, they're all-time lows again.
And then look at. This is why Elon says we're the media now, not you. Look at the numbers.
The New York Times did a full a story, but it was an op-ed. Guy Stevenson. I watched Rumble for 47 hours this week, and I turned off all of the nude, and he talked, it was like one of the most laughable articles. I don't know how I got through it, but 47 hours now made him an expert that there's only right-wing conspiracy theories on Rumble, which is so easily dismantled. It was one of the stupidest articles, and the Times puts out a lot of stupid stuff. So they just don't get it. They're not going to get it. They live in there. Did you see Jane Fonda, the irrelevant Jane Fonda on Bill Maher? Saw a couple clips of that. She had no idea.
She had no clue.
She was so detached from reality. And that's where we're at right now. The media is dead. No one believes a word of it. It's over. Your sham is done. Your propaganda is done. We don't care. We've had it. So that's why you guys are here now.
Yeah.
And speaking of old media, even when it comes to old media, Trump knows how to use it and use it correctly. Here's cut number 4. Watch as he squeezes an extra $100 billion out of the Japanese SoftBank CEO. This is a great clip. Cut number 4. Check this out.
And watch him close him.
To go.
Yeah.
And we were discussing, and President Trump said, Masa, double down is not enough. Maybe, go for more, right?
That's all right. I'm going to ask him right now. Would you make it $200 million instead? He can actually, believe it or not, he can actually afford to do that. Would you do that?
Well, my promise is 100, but, he's now asking to do more. I think, with your leadership, my partnership with you, with your support, I will try to make it happen.
That's good.
All right.
200.
Just close it for 200
million.
He is a great negotiator.
Now he manhandles him.
Congratulations on 200, pal.
Like a rag doll.
If that was prison,
He's like a rag doll.
if that was prison, Trump could have traded him for a pack of bucks.
Welcome to 200. Don't think about changing it.
Let's make a deal you can't refuse.
Holy cow.
Part of the deal, baby.
Oh, he's too much.
Closed hard for the 200.
we probably push him over. Like, don't see
Hey,
sign this over.
what's-
Get that in writing.
What's another $100 billion? Come on. Trump change. We got 4 years of those press conferences. I'm so happy.
Yeah, but there's an example of him using the press, the old press, the right way.
Yep. Exactly. Grandstanding with him. Hey, come on, baby. We got you out.
I'm going to ask him right now in front of all of you.
What do you
200.
Do I hear 200?
That's great.
Probably could have
You
got
agree? Good job. 200 it is.
I should have went for 3.
Got it?
Go see that guy over there, sign the thing, and you're out the way.
Yeah.
Right. It's like an auction. What is
That was
it? Meacham, the cars, the Meacham auctions.
Yeah.
Go sign, you pick up the 68 Camaro. Go sign the papers. It's yours.
Yeah. That was great.
That was beautiful. Beautiful.
Chat. What's going on? Jerry Cook says, love Trump.
That was classic.
Janice on
Trump
Facebook
right
says,
there.
hello all,
Classic
just love
stuff.
your show.
Classic stuff.
Janice.
Classic.
Mr. AZ Mikey on YouTube, what's going on?
Easy Mikey.
Moon Pie on YouTube.
Moon Pie. HH.
Tumbleweed Farmer on X. Patrick Owen on X. 4 years of Trump is great. Damon. Dave. What's going on?
If I find this on Twitter, you go to the Real America's Voice page for that, or the LFS6P. Where do you find it on Twitter?
What?
I mean X. The live feed, the chat.
Oh, no. Just put in LFS 6P.
Oh, I thought you
Click
told
on
me
the
you got to go to
picture.
the Real America's Voice because
No, that was for Getter.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, this is the picture of
Get
the.
her done. Get her done.
Yeah, I saw that picture before. I didn't.
Should that be out already? What a shame.
Damon, look at KFMDM me and my gun lyrics. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that was Pissed Off Nurse.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That was the shooter who apparently the shooter today had a shirt on.
Yeah, she had that shirt on.
KMFDM, which I believe is a band. Is that what it is? And they have this. They have a song called "Look at My Gun." So there was they're thinking that there may have been a statement. You got to look that up and see. But Pissed Off Nurse, who's a good follower in the YouTube chat, brought that to my attention, and he put it in the chat as well. Interesting, right?
right, 13 to the hour live from Studio 6B. Glad you're in. Make sure you head over to livefromstudio6b.com. Sign up to become a member. If you have a Google or Facebook account, it's really, really simple. You can go through your Google and Facebook in like 5 seconds. You'll be signed up because we do send out emails, promotion codes, all kinds of stuff, news articles. So make sure you sign up at livefromstudio6b.com. Bunch of new merch dropped over the weekend. 4 or 5 new things. Some couple great things that I absolutely love, the designs. So check it out, livefromstudio6b.com. Make sure you follow us on all our social media at LFS6B, pretty much everywhere other than Instagram at LFS6B Show. Paul Nolan, where are you? Where do people find you on X?
I am Paul_Eggs Nolan. So I don't know how that got the underscore there, but it is what it is. I don't know.
Delgado, where are you on X?
Yeah, I'm on X.
Where do people find you on X, Delgado?
Delgado, where's your dealer?
Play with the program here. What's the question? The question is, how do we find you on X?
Rick Delgado Rad, and you'll also see LFS6B in the title there as well.
When I searched LFS6B, you came up before LFS6B, so that's a good thing.
Nice.
It's a good handle.
Slick Rick Sports?
Slick Rick Sports.
At Slick Rick Sports on X.
You got
can
it.
Follow everybody there. Everybody's got their own handles. Make sure you follow all the guys. I don't know if Vinnie Mac or Kevin Downey's on. What do you know what Kevin's is?
Yeah, sure. Kevin Downey Jr.
Yep. Is it just Kevin Downey Jr.?
Yeah, just search Kevin Downey Jr.
Okay.
Kevin Downey.
Very good.
Jr.
I want to play one more clip from President Trump's. I want to play one more thing from the president's press conference today, and then we'll do some sports. Here's the president talking about what has changed so far, seemingly, as he approaches the second term. Roll that.
I did have dinner with Tim Cook. I had dinner with sort of almost all of them, and the rest are coming. And this is one of the big differences, I think, we were talking about it before. One of the big differences between the first term, in the first term, everybody was fighting me. In this term, everybody wants to be my friend. I don't know. My personality changed or something. But I had, as you know, I had Sundar from Google, but I also had Sergey. Nobody reported that. Sergey is the owner, the primary owner, along with his friend, as you know. And Sergey was here also. I can't believe you didn't pick that one up. Nobody picked that up. But I will tell you. No, it's a big difference. The big difference is that the first time everybody was fighting me on all fronts. And we had a great administration. We got the biggest tax cuts in history, rebuilt the military. Too much of it was given away to Afghanistan, stupidly given away, horribly given away. I think that's one of the reasons that Putin went in to Ukraine when he saw the stupidity of Milley and these guys. They're stupid people, very stupid people. If they didn't do such a bad, we were pulling out of Afghanistan, but I would have pulled out with dignity and strength. They wouldn't be having parades, I guarantee you, showing our equipment that they left behind, because we weren't going to leave any equipment behind, not 10 cents. We were going to take every screw and every bolt. The biggest difference is that people want to get along with me this time. Well, they've gone through 4 years, and, it wasn't easy for me, but it wasn't easy for them either. And that's a great thing, though. Getting along is a great thing. So Tim Cook was here. I think he's done an incredible job at Apple, and he talked about the future of Apple. It's going to be a bright future. But we have many others also, and not in that business. And we do have Jeff Bezos, Amazon, coming in sometime during the week. Look forward to that. We have a lot of great executives coming in. The top executives, the top bankers, they're all calling. And honestly, in the first time, I don't know what it was. It's like a complete opposite. In the first one, and the press has covered that fairly, actually, for change. The first one, they were very hostile. And maybe it was my fault, but I don't really think so. They were just very right from the beginning. And this one is much less hostile. It's really the opposite of hostile.
Good. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use. If you're going to shop at MyPillow in these last couple of days, you can shop there and get stuff for Christmas. I know they're working overtime at Lindell's place to get everything shipped and get everything out on time to you, but still you can use LFS6B. I think this week up until probably Friday, to get your stuff by Wednesday. LFS6B is the promo code to use if you shop at MyPillow. We appreciate it. Slick, what's going on?
All right, Big D, one more update on Monday Night Football. For those who aren't watching on 3 different TVs right now, having LFS6B on one and then the Vikings-Bears on the other, and, of course, the Raiders and Falcons. Raiders and Falcons right now, defensive struggle. At halftime, Atlanta leads 9-3, so you're covering there, Big D. And then the Vikings, 13-0 over the Bears, 10 to go there in
Not
the
happy
third.
about that. The Bears got to put some points up.
Bears right now, they're at the ball in their own 42, but they're not moving the ball too well. So we will obviously have a wrap-up on that tomorrow night. Just want to get to one quick story there. Stephen A. Smith out and about today. Stephen A. Smith is really ticked off Democrats make Trump seem right. This is Paul Boyer, Breitbart. I got a clip to follow. ESPN commentator expressed his displeasure with Democrats for making President-elect Donald Trump seem right by constantly suppressing the truth. Smith was reacting to a recent report from the Justice Department that said the FBI had as many as 26 confidential informants on the ground during the January 6th Capitol Hill riot. While the report did not say that the FBI informants perpetuated the riot, it did admit that 4 entered the Capitol during the riot, while an additional 13 entered the restricted area around the Capitol, which was a security perimeter established in preparation for the January 6th electoral certification. So let's see what Stephen A. Smith has to say about that. That's cut 3, Aaron. Roll that, please.
The news comes amidst a bombshell report from the Justice Department that revealed the FBI had at least 26 confidential informants on the ground when the Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021. The report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3 of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appeared to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. Didn't hear anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. The belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that the process is rigged. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? You know what I'm getting to the Democratic Party? You know what I'm getting really pissed off about? I'm getting really ticked off at every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right. They've actually made Donald Trump look like he was right instead of them.
There you have it. Stephen A. Calling him like he sees him.
Stephen A's got that. He's got that shtick down, man.
Yeah, he does
so well.
I don't trust him either. I think he's grifting from right wing.
Oh, he's grifting. You're kidding me?
For 2
Absolutely.
seconds.
Forget I wouldn't trust him.
Although, I've heard Stephen A. back in the day on Levin's show, and he's been...
That's a long time back ago. In the day. I just think he's one of those political weather vanes. He goes whichever way his audience...
That's it.
Come on back around,
He's a bellwether BS artist. That's a wrap.
All right, as always, we salute our military, active and inactive police, firefighters, first responders, all emergency personnel, all our truckers, all our farmers, everybody that keeps the country moving. Slick, to good to have you back. Paul, nice job. Always, Rick Delgado, Aaron Friend, great job, everybody on the show. But most of all, thank you, the live from Studio 6B audience. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m., right back here, same bad time, same bad channel, live from Studio 6B.